We are going to get started in 1 minute. We are trickling in after the holiday weekend. It's just like my note taker. I see you online, Nick. Hi. And scan that QR code. Let us know you're here. Hi, Mason. Hi, Jack. Hello. Yeah, QR code. Let us know you're here. I have 3 mics right now. Arms and tasers. Let's get started with our gratitudes as well. Who is grateful? What are you grateful for? Grateful for this. Five in Esther. That is amazing.
I'm grateful because of people like Emily. When I go to the weekly email with new listings and I see her name on it, I'm like, oh, Emily, that's awesome. I'm grateful for working hard. And I'm really grateful for Memorial Day, all the listeners.
I'm grateful for the Masons. They invited me to their my group this last week. It was really awesome. But it was a good group with
Oh, I was so jealous. I had FOMO last week.
Yep.
We have a lot
It's right here. Oh, Fred.
of Fred.
Fred always said, we woke up on the right side of the third.
There you go.
It's gonna sound so cheeseball, but I am grateful for her life. Let's try it. Right, grateful for a good name.
I'm really kind of focused like almost letting it go. Way too long. And I think his ears must have been burning because Ken and I were talking about you last week. So glad to see you. Hope to see you last week. And I want to thank Chris ahead of time because he's always been good to me.
All right, we are going to welcome some of our new agents, guests, and visitors. We have so many. Just introduce yourself.
Everyone, I am AJ. I just passed my exam too. And
I'm Ryan, and I'm looking at joining somewhere. So I'm going to come check Williams out and say hello to you guys. Thanks for having me.
And I don't see our recipient up here, but let's have our cultural icon come up from last week. Come on up. I know I guess I said, ma'am, are you good?
Okay, so I met this gal last October in Bolt. She were on the Bolt Ice team. And she is just a little firecracker. And we just like instantly connected. And she is just such a little fireball. She is kind, she's coachable. She's been in the business a few years, and she just does an amazing job. And I just want to commend Patty West. She's a big cultural icon. Yeah, she's great.
You did just notice that we have some bluegrass going on in the
Yeah,
background
I
too.
think that is-
Yeah, I thought I was going to say. But amazing, Patty West. She was also Rookie of the Year too.
Yeah.
So cultural icon and Rookie of the Year. So give her a big shout out. We have our game plan from Mr. Jack Morris. Come on up. And thank you, Chris, for putting on this game plan and asking all of our best agents.
Oh, all right. So I guess game plan. So what's been working for me lately, honestly, is that two things. I don't know about they're tied together, but number one is speed to lead. So when the lead comes in, kind of try and connect it for the first couple minutes, and then the second piece that just ties them together is follow. And that's been working for me, not only recently, but basically since I've been doing this. Follow has been the perfect example. I had a lead come in on Saturday, and was quick to call, maybe an appointment with them yesterday, we're looking at it today. So,
And also, it was Memorial Day this past weekend as well. So for those that serve, Jeff serves, and anyone else that has served, can you stand up and give your blessing? I remember to serve this already. And we have our classes coming up. So we have our CE with Pillar to Post, May 27th from 10 to 11 a.m. right at Fort Union. We have our Luminary Call Night. Who loves to call people? Chris. Amazing. Hey, guess what? You don't have to actually cold call people to come to this. It is just a lead generation night. So if you want to spend 2 hours with lenders right in your back pocket, film a video, post it on social media, send it out on Instagram, send it out via text and say, hey, I'm sitting right next to my lender and we can get you pre-qualified. So give us a call right now. You do not have to just cold call people, but come to Luminary's Call Night. It is a lot of fun and they're great people. Y'all, so who has been with KW for a minute? I have 2 months. Who has been with KW for a minute and has Ignite? Raise your hand. So KWRI has reinvented Ignite for about the 50th time. However, this is going to be an exceptional training. They've tested it at several market centers across the country. And it is designed to get 9 BDAs signed or 9 listing agreements signed in 120 days. Raise your hand if you want 9 more agreements signed. That should be the whole room. All right, y'all. And next week is going to be so amazing because we have our ownership group teaching the classes. So from 9 to 1, every single day, with the exception of team meeting, it'll go a little bit after team meeting, we have Josh, Mike, Linda, Lee, and me teaching and pouring into you about database, follow-up, appointments, open houses, and social media. This is not just for a brand new agent. This is for any agent that wants to gain momentum and get those 90 minute sites. Come to that. But we have Scott Malou, who listens to the MREA podcast. Raise your hand. We're doing a lot of raising hands today. Scott Malou is a friend of mine. He's in San Antonio, Texas, and runs an MREA team. And we are going to have him for our podcast series tomorrow at the Fort Union office. What we're doing is we are listening to the podcast, and then we have Scott actually hopping on Zoom to answer live Q&A questions. So if you're looking to build a team, if you're just starting out and you want to gain momentum, he has the best experiences that he does for his clients. And also, raise your hand again if you were at Cody Gibson or Jason Ango today. They both talked about Scott, the man in the hat. I've never seen the top of this man's head. This is all brand recognition. And so he has truly positioned himself to be this exact image. And he is through and through. You can see his branding all throughout his video, but he sent us a video to share, so we're going to play that. He's so great because he puts subtitles, just in case that's happening.
I can hear his music very well. His music is
A little booth hog excited to be coming here on May 22nd. We all need to have over diving in deep. the end of May 27th. So,
So come join us. He will be hopping on at 1 p.m. We start listening to the podcast right at 12. And y'all, I don't know if you saw or heard the number that he said, but he said from 0 to how many units in here? 500. That's insane. So if you're looking to grow like that, Ryan, I know you want to grow like that. But if you're looking to grow like that, come join us and ask all of the questions. And then we have our wonderful events chair coming up to talk about Rock the Rim.
Sorry, I took some notes on here, so I just want to make sure that I get everything. Who here has been to one of our barbecues? Barbecues. Awesome. Okay, so we're changing things a little bit here with the theme. We figured that because we're joining offices, we've got Midvale, maybe we can do something to serve it. And we'll see how it goes. It'll be a lot of fun. So Rock the Rim Summer Town Showcase. It's going to be really fun. We've got School of Rock who's bringing a lot of the youth bands that are great. These kids are so they're opening up their actual bands around the valley. So it's not just going to be a lot of things. It's going to be loud, but it's going to be some good rock music. So and then if you have some clients who have kids who are involved in music, this is a perfect opportunity. They want to get up and us too. We do have some spots that are available. I would just like to see maybe just a quick example of their work and what they want to do, and then find a good place to slot them in so they can get up on stage and help build up some of that confidence and so the individual agent events. Yeah, what would you say a typical like individual agent event would cost? 5,000 to 10,000. So what we would like to do here, what we're trying to do here with our office events is be able to give you that full kind of event treatment where we do all the work for you at a fraction of the cost of what you would pay for an individual event. So our group event provides professional level execution, fraction of the cost, but we all have to work together to make that happen. So we've got some volunteer opportunities for everybody to come in and sign up. We've got check-in tables for food set up, tear down. We need a runner for the food station, grill, and then also just some field and so you're volunteering. Perfect. So and then volunteers, you guys all get a very extra special shout out at the event. And what a great way to show your clients who are in attendance how much you do for the event and that this is your event and we are to be that way. Having that shout out with all the guests. And you'd also be offered a ticket for either this event or so a little bit about the information. A little bit about the cost. So individual agents and married couples. So anybody who has one single SOI is going to be $250 to invite your own SOI. If you are a new agent and you just have clients that you're going to invite, it's just $10 per ticket. Two-person teams will get $400 for two-person teams, and if you're $600. So we sign up sheets and send out already coming on this. So but you will need to have a person in attendance will have to be checked in, and we'll give them their food tickets. So we'll need some reservations on the dinner service. So we're going to have just big barbecue, burgers, hot dogs, barbecue food. That's going to be open from 5:30 to 7, and that's going to be 5 to 8. Okay. Does anybody have any questions on that? has amphitheater seating and a stage, and we also have a big park pavilion with chairs to sit at. One of the things that we're also going to be offering for this event is we're going to give you an opportunity to purchase a private seating area. So for one table and canopy chairs, it's going to be $200 for the first table and $100 for each additional table. And that will just be yours, private for your own section for your clients. And we'll be able to, we do have a limited number of those person.
I'll take two things there. It'd be proud to be something harder to find. I found myself searching all over the place.
And if they have their home base right there, I think it's a great way to really put your own stamp on as well as voluntary, really put your own stamp on it. So we're going to be sending out just a few example scripts that you can use to invite your database and your clients. So to talk to everybody and invite us in. Really think about, it's not just about show up to the event, it's just everybody in touch about the event, talking to them, inviting them to this. That's really where the magic happens. They feel special, they feel thought of. So let's be sure that we're reaching out.
Yes.
I just wanted to say one thing about the RSVP. So we will need, so like when I was saying, about your whole SOI for those prices, but we still need an RSVP and how many people you're planning on being extra to have enough food. Another agents would get that, 15 other people coming in their clients to get food. So please make sure you RSVP, tell your clients it's RSVP. We'll have a couple people that can check in and we'll give them a ticket. We'll write their name down, their last name down, and attach them to you. So if more people come than you RSVP for, we'll let you guys know who comes. And then that was it. We got just kind of a ticket for food that they could drop off, and everyone will get a ticket.
The money for the event is when you need the RSVP. That's the drop in date of when you need the RSVP to be invited to food, and the food is only going to be served from 5 to 7:30 or 5:30 to 7. Sorry, that was rich. 5:30 to 7. And if we run out of it because we have so we'll really try to get our hardest.
Is that a new band?
No, rock the ring is just because we're doing it kind of parking, it's a rock. It's just the thing. Yeah.
That too. Well, and we have Luminary Lending, who has graciously provided us with a face painting booth for all the kids. We've also got a lot of other openings for any other family activities. So if any you have great relationships with vendors who would like to participate in this, we'd love to have these here.
You should put it
I've
there.
done, they should like done your agent.
Sorry. You should say it's represented like stronger.
Yeah, we're just
Is
talking.
rock the ring.
Well, hey, sounds like you've got a
Our
really
preferred partners can also join our events.
I will see you next Tuesday for events. Any other questions?
No, also, I just had such a really good idea. When do you think that you could call your clients to invite them to this wonderful event? Is there a time block sometime this week?
I think I heard something about that.
Yeah. Amir, do you know? Huh, it might be your call night tomorrow night. So y'all come in and just call your clients and say, hey, I'm actually standing here with some amazing people that are providing face painting for this event. Would your daughter, would your son, would your children want to do this? I bet that they can have a beautiful butterfly on your face that will hopefully wash off the next day. But y'all come to Luminaries Call Night and call your events, call your SOI to invite them to this.
Yeah, and I think it's a great way to really show support for the youth music area too. So if any of your clients are really interested in that, you know, that's great.
All right, and I swear I'm gonna get things right. Y'all choose coming up, and all of our team meetings will be at Fort Union. So please don't come here. Go to Fort Union, and we will have an amazing time all month long. And then I just wanted to take a moment and share our GPS for the year. So our GPS is what our business plan is for the office for the year. And I want you to see something. This is only through April. We're 88% to our year-to-date goal. We're 107% for listings taken. And we're 85%. So we are right on track as we're entering the halfway point of the year. And that is all thanks to you. And y'all, April, you had 160, thank you, that was lucky, at 160 that units sold. And then 113 listings taken and 172 contracts written just in the month of April. So give yourself a round of applause. Come on up. And y'all give them some breaks because I just found out that he was out because
Did you all have a relaxing? Yeah, so I went to my phone and my daughter's car and dropped the car off. And they say, yeah, so we had stressful. You know, I was actually going to, with that in mind, I'm going to do this morning. So, I had a couple of questions last week about HOA documents. Who is obligated to provide HOA documents? What I'm finding, guys, is you're pricing properties correctly and making offers immediately and keeping yourself no time to gather the documents and going breach in the seller's disclosure. HOA documents, preliminary title insurance, all those kind of things we need to provide by the seller's disclosure. Right? Tell me about your HOA docs. What are you to provide? How many minutes of meetings? Most recent, we've been having requests from our buyers saying we want the last 3 years of meetings. We're trying to get those, and we're going to the duplication company, and they're charging us $300 or $400 to provide meeting minutes. That's not our obligation. The most recent is our obligation, right? So then they have a week later. I would, if I was the buyer, I'd like to know the conversations going on at the meeting. And that's what this is all about. Buyers have the opportunity to understand what's going on in the HOA and make decisions based on that. A lot of times there's not a resolution passed, there's not assessment made, there's not any of that stuff. But there is conversation saying, oh, we got to, cite for a lawsuit or something like that. Those meeting minutes are helpful to the buyer, since we're talking about the buyer. Did y'all know that their offer is made subject to them also verifying the diligence items, one of which is the availability of insurance? Right. Elkhart City has new fire insurance rules. Okay, that's actually having some issues right now with some people who are not able to obtain fire insurance in Park City. Much like flood insurance in Florida, because it's scarce. Do you want your fire to be subject to default? Is it about fire insurance? Okay, make sure you're aware of what the obligations are for seller during disclosures and buyer's responsibility. And on Rock Rim, hopefully Mr. Mason will be in.
All right, and y'all, just a reminder to sign up for the class with Audrey and Jess. We have around 29% of our agents have taken the training, which that's not 100%. So sign up for the class, be ready for when this happens, and also please, 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 especially if you have any personal documents on DocuSign, make sure that you are taking them out of DocuSign, because when we officially move over in July 2014, those documents will not be there. So any personal documents, of course, all of your real estate transactions should be in compliance. But any of your personal documents, please be sure to take them, put them on a hard drive, because they will be gone.
Yeah, they would still have to be your Thursday, so yeah, please come because it helps us not have calls at 9 p.m. saying just how the last time to send this out for your loan. So if you can come, that would be very helpful to us and helpful for you. And I promise it is a way easier system than DocuSign. In my opinion. Yeah, she does.
It's kind of a learning curve, but once you figure out the order of operations, it takes longer. Yeah. This also
Yeah. And so we are totally just doing this because we have more control over the fixes and all of that rather than DocuSign. We have no control over that. So it's better. Yes. I'll be at 40 again. On Fridays at 11, they are on Zoom with Audrey, and those are great to come to probably get VA set up there. Yeah, we'll want to
And with that, we have our wonderful partners at Luminaire coming on up. When is their call night again? What time? Oh, wow, so enthused.
Hi, how you guys doing? Yes, call nights. We also are gonna have pizza here, so we will feed you. Maybe some non-alcoholic beer. Maybe. No, if you guys come, it should be fun. I will be here for you.
And Tori's a lot of
Tori is actually, she's the fun one. So, this is not our personal life. Neither is that.
back forth.
That more. We're missing slides. Okay. It's out of order. It's okay.
You just tell me when to stop.
Put it here. We'll just go with this. We'll just go with this because I was gonna lead into this, but okay.
This is what?
This is
like if you don't come.
This is what some of your buyers might be looking like once they talk to us. Maybe they talked to us a couple months ago, and then they're talking to us now, and they're like, "What in the world happened? Why are rates higher?" Because rates are roughly about a half a point higher than they were 3 months ago, right? We were going downward. So I wanted to take a moment because what we're seeing a lot of organizations are doing is focusing on the power of seller concession. Okay, and I can tell you, we see a lot more transactions internally. All you guys see what's happening. And I can tell you that right now, seller concessions are hot. So obviously every deal is its own thing, but 90% of our deals right now have max seller concessions. So what does it mean, max seller concessions? How many of you guys know that you're limited on seller concessions based on the type of transaction? Well, I know he knows that. He knows.
Statement.
So let's go to the next slide. I want to go over this with you, just so you kind of know as you're negotiating. You don't have to remember this because you can always shoot a text message to Tori or Crystal. You know, they're here for you. You can talk to them about it. But it's good to know as you negotiate these things how it works. Conventional loans actually have criteria that are based on how much the borrower will stand. It's not a credit score screen. It's not a property type thing even. It's literally how much the borrower is putting down. So if your buyer's only making less than a 10% down payment, they can't get more than 3% concessions. Now, great question. These are agency guidelines, meaning any lender that's doing a conventional loan has to follow these guidelines. Okay? Yes, conventional, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, conventional. Okay, so any lender you talk to, well, you should only talk to us. But the only lender out there. So any lender you talk to in conventional financing, you have to follow these rules. Now, it's not just what the seller's going to contribute. There are agents out there, I'm not saying that you should, but there are agents out there that will say, hey, I'm going to give some of my commission to help them with closing costs to get the house. Right? That contribution is called interested party contribution. It follows in these numbers. If you get 3% from the seller, you can't say, oh, I'm going to give them another $1,000 from me to help them with whatever. You can't do that. They're maxed out based on where they are. Okay? 3, 6, 9. Investment property is something you should really be keen to. It's 2%. This is investment property that are conventional investment property transactions, not the document that a lot of you are hearing. Like we do a lot of DSCRs. It's different types of loans for investors. Those rates are really hot. They're the most expensive. They should come talk to me. Yes.
Something vitally important on new construction, if for instance the seller is offering a 6 or 7 or 8 or 9% concession, then it would be subject to these limits of the rest of the price reduction. And then as the agent could do concessions, that would get the
Yeah, so I was going to touch on that. If you do come in with a higher concession of the limit, what we do is we adjust the purchase price. And so in essence, your rep sheet, if you use the closing costs or it is built into the MLS rep sheet, it says in there, you can sort of temporary buy down, full buy down, blah, 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 blah. It also says there that if you don't use it, you can use it as a purchase price reduction without the seller having to agree. So if you don't use that little paragraph, then you might kind of not be. You can end up with that call from title. It's like, oh, we left money on the table. The call we left money on the table is because the seller didn't agree to that purchase price change. If you have that addendum, you don't need to seller agree to already. Okay, you just have to adjust the numbers and say this is what it is. Okay, we'll do that for you. Many times that we come to, they come to us with numbers that are just way astronomically out. We'll calculate everything for you. We'll say exactly here's your purchase price, here's your concession, here's everything. The seller doesn't take anything away from your buyer. Okay? You go to the next slide, government loans. So it's a little bit different with government loans. They're not based on down payment. Like VA, you do 100% finance. So VA is limited to 4% in seller concessions, or I should say interested party. And FHA will roll it to 6%. And yes, we are seeing 6% in seller concessions. That is a huge concession if you think about it. Now, average mean price is about 500K. That's all the county right now. Let's say 500 is the number to calculate 6%. You guys should know. 3 million. Well, 700,000. No, so you can get up to like $30,000 in concession on FHA, and you can really get a very aggressive rate. That 6% you can use 2% of it for a temporary buy down, for a 2-1 buy down, another 1.5 to pay for your standard closing cost, another 1.5 to pay for like an extra buy down on top of it. Before you know it, your borrower is getting a deal that's in the floor. Okay? Like it's really, really aggressive to do this on the go. If you haven't explored this, right now, like I was showing, those buyers that are scared, it's making sellers a lot more prone to giving those concessions. This is what we're seeing. Obviously, you all love running the show, you know better than us in general, but from our data that we're collecting, that's the last one. This is, yeah.
Or you're talking 2-1 buy downs, so next year it's 5 and then back to 6.
No, I got a guy at 499 on that paycheck, 6% concessions. He didn't want to do the
1 year buy down.
No, it was 30 years. 30 years. Yeah. And he had 6 points in concessions. He paid, I think it was like over 4 points. He paid that
Subject to appraisal.
Yeah, all this stuff has to do with appraisal, yes, absolutely. Like if it doesn't appraise, it's like anything else you do. It doesn't appraise. Jumbo loans can go, they follow conventional guidelines in general, so they can go, but typically they'll go up to 6% with our jumbo loans. Now, I can tell you, you're not going to get 6% on a jumbo loan typically. That's like really hard. But if you calculate like a concession plus a purchase price reduction, and kind of like you manage your offer contract a little bit differently. If you come up with a price and add a concession to it, later you come up on the price and bring the concession and the buyer wants it. We do that stuff as well as we program. Okay. This is where our rates are today. They're not that bad, guys. They're really not that bad. Everyone's like, rates are cool. We've had a little bit of a bounce back, which I was going to show you. Like, I think I'm next. You never know, right? So 6.25 on conventional, that's costing a point. That's for like a standard conventional. 5.75 on FHA is costing a point. 5.875 on the DA is costing a point. Getting a point in concession for the transaction is pretty easy right now. You should be able to get more. So if you're getting like 3 points, which is probably the average that we see, that's going to cover everything you can get at these rates. They're pretty aggressive. Okay. Last one, this is your KW special on your jumbo rates, 5.875. That's costing less than a point. For 5.75 jumbo. Well, I mean, anything that's above 500,000. There's one more. May 32,750, unless you're in Summer County. Okay, so that's our KW special for you guys. So come talk to us. If you're at Contact and you want to learn more about seller concessions and you're calling your sphere and saying, hey, rates are not that bad, and sellers are willing to give right now, you might be able to counter. That's it, right?
I think so, yes. Hey, y'all, that incentive that we are giving just us exclusive to KW is also an amazing thing to pull the rest of about. So with that, I'll start us off with one of these. I want you to go to the next. What time is it? All right. Who has a want? Who has a need?
I need, if somebody wants. I've got a new listing that'll be doing grand opening this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. It's a 3-bed, 1-bath, fully remodeled, 2.5-car garage home in West Valley. Looking for somebody to help do the open house on Sunday. This one is unique in that it has a FHA assumable mortgage on it that's 3.625%. And so that's a really special opportunity for somebody to come in. The price of the property will be $400,000. If you're interested in more details, just see me after.
We have this next week is branches, it's 6 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, not a huge yard, which is great. So this week,
with Edge Homes, we've got a very powerful incentive in place. Sorry, in advance, the representative. If we use our preferred lender, we have 150 qualifying homes that receive what is called a 1.9976 bond program. Here's how that works. Edge buys the interest rate down to 3.99 for 7 years. They then provide a 3% self-concession that some buyers are optionally using towards a temporary G1 buy down, making year 1 1.99, year 2 2.99, years 3 through 7 3.99. From year 8 and on, it will adjust every 6 months plus or minus 1%. Doesn't vary 6%, so obviously prior to our and if they refinance anytime during this, so it is a fantastic opportunity. Incentive can change. You expect it to adjust sometime here this week. End of the month. But man, if you have buyers that are payment conscious, or that just need a little bit of runway to get out of school, to graduate, or get a raise, or any of those sorts of things, to have your payment figured out for 7 months, far lower than the industry standard that we're seeing, is a tremendous opportunity for Chelsea for any community. Listening, you are not stepping on toes, and you are not upsetting anybody. You can disregard the listing and call this to me.
I can see that condo, two-part garage, max out. I think I'll check that. Finish up and down.
I have a brand new listing go live tomorrow. There's a 2-bed, 1.5 bath with a attached one burner on. You compare stuff, walk distance to the park, sugar houses, motor parks, pizza shops, coffee shops, grocery stores, everything here from the line for the parking little house. You get all that and more for low price in the area of $5.50. Find a forcefully by brokers open Thursday of less than 3 or 6 clients. Any of the open houses Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. You have a raffle for a chance to win a gift card to the very local mayor.
House, 3 beds and 1 bathroom.
This is your reminder. My kids coming up. We currently have 9 signers. So if you don't press SOI about it, tell your clients, tell your family, friends. We love as many people to be at this library as possible. Work out the letters set up and sponsorships going. But everything you need to sign up, as well as the training program, is all on here.
But I'm gonna finish up our wants and needs because I want and need you to celebrate Joe Black's birthday today. Happy birthday. We're gonna sing. Joe, come on up. Or just stand up. All right. Ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joe. Happy birthday to you. All right. And with that, we are going to have Inspector come on up.
How's it going, everybody? I'm Andrew, Inspector. Nice. I'm Andrew, Inspector. I've been an inspector for several years now. International certified inspector. I work a lot with your partners down south, your offices down south. Happy to bring you guys some Chick-fil-A for lunch. And you guys all use home inspectors, and we all have your preferred inspector. What my ask would be is just if that guy's ready to help you that time, give me a call. I random hours, I can do some delay, weekends. Let me know. I would be happy to do myself. Another thing that we're doing as well is kind of a spotlight on move-in ready homes. So having an inspection and preferred inspection before you put the listing, they can move people in the process, negotiations and stuff like that. That was just all ready to go. So if you're interested in that, let me know. I've got cards and pamphlets and things out here. So.
All right. Go eat and say GCF.
GCF.
Thank you. Well, there you are.